Sir?
Yes, Maria.
So you tell Akansha to on her camera, no sir. So when you go to Teams, will Akansha also come on YouTube, sir?
No, no, no need. No need to turn it on. Yeah, everything will get recorded. Yeah, can you see the screen? Is it visible?
Sir, how are you
Yes,
recording, sir?
no, sir.
Yeah, tell me, Shirley. Now, you will see the screen.
Yes,
Sir,
sir.
no, sir.
Okay, rejoin, Tanishka. Others?
So now I can. Sir.
Okay, we'll just revise these topics and continue.
So you're teaching from the first, huh?
No, no, just the topics. We'll revise that.
So no, sir. Like I'm asking the 3A, like from first year teaching, sir.
The three is done, right? I think first, second main is done. From third main, Akansha. Yesterday you didn't attend?
Yes. I attended, sir. No, sir. I asked. I just asked.
No, first two main is done. Two mains are done from third main. Okay, we'll just revise these points. Square roots. So square roots, what's the degree for square roots? For square, what's the degree?
Two, sir. So two,
2.
sir.
Base to the power of 2. Or you multiply the base twice. Any number you multiply it by itself is known as square. If you take 10, the square of 10 is 10 into 10. You multiply it twice, you get 100. Okay, we finished this. Then what else we covered? Square and square roots, right? Square and square roots is done. Then types of numbers. What are the different types of numbers? We use natural numbers. Then decimal
So decimal numbers and fractions, sir.
and
Fraction numbers, integers, uh, fraction numbers, integers.
yes, natural numbers, decimal and fraction, numerator by denominator. And
Sir,
we solve first,
integers,
second
sir.
way. Yeah, integers. Sorry, not natural, integers. That is plus and minus.
Good evening, sir.
Yeah, good evening, Lemula. Why are you late?
Gone to church, sir. Yesterday messaged you, sir. It's like I'll come.
Okay, fine. Yeah, open page 38. All of you will page 38, third main. We'll continue with the third main. Okay, yesterday, which topic did I teach you all? Just
Sir, you didn't
perfect,
do anything, sir.
perfect square, right?
So you started, sir.
Yeah. Next, what is perfect square? Now, give me some square number, students. Any value of
So
5, 7, and 10.
4,
Okay, 4. What's the value of 4 square?
2. So 60 into 4.
16. Yeah, not square root.
16,
Square. Okay, 7 into 7,
49, sir.
49.
59.
Then, yes, 10 into 10 is 100.
100.
So these values are known as perfect square numbers. Okay, when you find the square root of 16, what do you get? Square root. You get 4, right?
4. So
Yeah,
4
we get back the
square.
original value, 4. Okay. So these we call it as perfect square. When there is perfect square, there has to be opposite value, which is not perfect. Okay,
So
imperfect
what?
values. Yeah, this was done, Akansha. You don't have to take this down. Just for example, first let me teach you all the concept. Later I'll give you all time. Next. Okay, what about 8? Can you find the square of 8? I mean square root of 8.
So
So 2.
square root of 4, sir.
2 4s are 2 twos are 2 ones are.
Cube,
Right?
sir.
So
Yeah.
2 cubes, sir.
No, 2 cube. You shouldn't write it as 2 cube. What are we studying? Square, right?
Okay.
It's square.
The square.
Okay, now how many values do we have here? After factorizing, we have 3 values. So according to square chapter, when we talk about square, we have to pair it using 2 values, right?
Yes, sir.
So from these, yeah, these two,
Yes, sir.
yeah, we have a pair. What about this? Does 2 have a pair?
Sir, no.
So no.
No, it doesn't have a pair. So this is 8 a perfect square? Is it a perfect square?
No.
Is 8 a perfect? No, because it doesn't have another 2. Another 2 is missing. It's not a perfect square. Okay, what about 20? Find the square root of 20. Factorize 20.
So
Start from, this is prime factorization. Okay, start from prime numbers. Use only prime numbers. Yeah, 2 tens are then 2 5.
5 ones.
Okay, so what are the values you get? 2 into 2 into 5.
2 into 2 into 5.
So you have to pair the like numbers, like terms. Okay, which the numbers which are same.
It's not a perfect square. It's
Yeah. So what do you get? Only 2 into 2.
not a
For 5,
perfect
a pair is
square.
missing, right? Yeah, a pair is missing for 5. A pair is missing. So which number is 20 a prime? Is it a perfect square? Is 20 a perfect
No,
square?
sir. No.
No. Therefore, yeah, 20 is not a perfect square. So which number you're supposed to add here to make it perfect square? You have
So,
to, it has to be the same number.
5.
5, right? 5. So this is the answer. What's the smallest number you have to add to make 20 a perfect square? 5.
5.
So if you multiply, not add, sorry, you have to multiply. If you multiply, now they form perfect square. Okay, so 5 is the least value or the smallest value. Yeah, look at the third question. This is the concept of perfect square.
Sir, can you repeat once again?
Yeah. So which one? Perfect square, right?
Yes, sir.
Okay, perfect square. I gave an example for 10. Is 10 a perfect square? How do you find? How do you factorize 10?
So factor. Sir,
2
2
5s are 10. No, let me take 20. Okay, 2 10s are 20, right? Then, which is the other number?
Sir, 2 5s.
Okay, 2 5s are 10, then 5 ones are, right? So you're supposed to pair this. We have 2 into 2 into 5. And how many numbers you have to pair?
Sir, 2
Square,
numbers.
meaning of square is 2. So 2 numbers
2.
each. These 2 and these 2. So for this, we have 2 numbers. For 5, do we have any number to pair it?
No, sir.
No. Which number you are supposed to multiply? The same 5, right? To make it a perfect
Yes.
square, which number you are supposed to multiply? The same value.
5.
Whichever is missing, 5. You're supposed to multiply with the same value. So what's the least number you have to multiply to this 20? 5.
5.
For yeah, 20 is the question, students. Understand this. 20 is the question. So from 20, we got this 2 into 2 into 5, right? These are the prime factors, prime numbers. So with this, you have to multiply 5. If you multiply 5, now do they make prime numbers? I mean, perfect square? Do they make perfect square now?
Yes, sir.
Two values are present. So they make a perfect square. So 20 is the smallest value. Okay, try for 10. What about 10?
So that's all, sir. Like the answer is 2 into 2 5.
Yeah, that's it. Look, 2 into 2 into 5. What's the value we are supposed to add? What's the value we added? What's the new number?
5, sir.
5. So the answer is 5. So 5 is the smallest number which you're supposed to multiply. to make a perfect square. Okay, now try 10. What do you get for 10?
So 2 into 5, sir.
Yeah, 2 into 5 and
So
1.
5 into 1.
Yeah, so what you get? 2 into 5. 2 into 5.
Oh, yes, sir.
Okay. So do they get pair? Do we have any
No,
same numbers twice? Or
no,
same
sir.
numbers repeat?
No, no,
No. So is 10 a prime number? I mean, is it a perfect square? Is
no,
10 a
sir.
perfect square?
No, sir.
No, it's
No,
not.
sir.
And how do we make it a perfect square? Which number is supposed to multiply? We multiply 2 here, then multiply
So we
5.
multiply 2 with 2.
5, right? So what's the extra number we
Oh, yes.
multiplied? We multiplied 2 here and 5. So what's the total value we multiplied? 2 into 5?
10, sir.
10.
2 into 5, 10, sir.
So what's the least number you have to multiply with 10 so that you get a perfect square? It is 10.
10.
Okay, whatever numbers you add extra, you multiply extra, that you have to write it. That's the final answer. So 10 is the final answer. Okay, we'll solve the third question. You'll understand. Yeah, copy the third question. Okay, in this skin, you'll see the third question. First, second is done. First and second main. Third question. Find the smallest number by which 2, 5, yes.
This class can you extend for me, so like I didn't attend second mean.
Okay, second main I'll teach you in the last lecture. Okay, 2592. Find the smallest number by which 2592 be multiplied so that the product is a perfect square. Can you see perfect square word is given here in the question?
Yes,
So
sir. Yes, sir.
how do you find a number whether it is perfect or not, whether it's a perfect square? First you have to factorize. Yeah, factorize this 2592. First factorize this. Page number 38. Third main first question. It's 259. So last number it's even, right? 2 is even. So start from 2. Yes, and what did ma'am do today? Any new chapter? Ma'am start new chapter.
No, like the mom was gonna start cubes too.
Okay, square and
So
square root is
today
done.
we didn't have cubes. So even in our class we didn't have maths.
Okay, how many mains do you have in square and square roots?
Exercise
Only
Exercise behave
only
to the 7. So
okay, 3.
exercise 3C is cancelled.
Okay, 3C is cancelled. 3A we have first 7 means. Then what about 3B?
3B's from 7th, 8th,
3.
9th, 10th, 12th, and 14th is cancelled.
Okay, 7th, 8th,
So
9th, 10th.
third main, fourth question, and fifth and sixth is also cancelled. So
Okay, so we have only first, second, third. Okay, 3B long division method. Did you all understand that? Long division.
yes, sir.
So
Okay, fine. Okay, we'll finish this. Yes, factorize this. What do you get when you divide 2592? 2 ones are 2, then
So
2
can I
twos
tell,
are.
sir?
Yes, Adya.
So 3 into 3 into 2 into 3 into 2 into 3 into 2 into 2 into 3, sir.
For the value, that's your long.
So yes, sir.
2
In
into,
price, sir.
tell,
So
tell it
3
again, Adya.
into 3 into 3. So 5 threes, sir.
First three or 2.
3. Sir, I took it as 3.
Okay, fine. You can take it as 3 or 2, anything is fine. How many times?
5
5
times.
times. Yeah, then
So then 4 times 2, sir.
2, 2 into 2 into 2 into 2. Okay, all of you got the same answer. You can either start from 3 or 2 student. Anything is fine.
Yes, sir.
You can start it with 3 or 2. So if I take 2 times here, 2 into 12 is 24. Carry 1. 2 nines are 18, 1, 6. 2, 6. 2 fours are 8. 2 eights are 16. 2, 3, 2, 4. 2, 1, 6, 2.
I didn't understand this.
Sir, it's
Yeah, start from 2. Who didn't get this? Is the question correct? 2, 5, 9, 2.
So yes.
yes, sir.
Yeah, first Lemula. You don't know how to factorize?
I'm having a doubt, sir.
Yeah, doubt in which one?
In that, like 2129.
Okay, 2, 5, 9, 2. Divide it like this. If you're not able to do it directly, divide. 2 ones are 2, right? Bring down 5. Then 2 twos are 4. 1 remainder and bring down 9. 2 nines are 18. 1 and bring down this 2. Did you all get 1296 in the first step?
Oh yes, sir.
After that, divide this 1296.
Understood, sir.
Yes, bring down 9. 2 fours are 8. Then 6. 2 eights are 16. 648. Did you all get 648?
Oh yes, sir.
After that, 2 threes are
Yes,
2.
sir. 324,
Okay, Lemula,
162.
yeah. Lemula, where did you go wrong?
So, like after 2592, I went wrong in 1296, sir. Correct. That
You
thing.
get 1296. After that, 648. Yeah. Adya, 3 times you don't get 3 fives, Adya. You get 2 5 times. I think you've gone wrong.
Sir, 5 times and 3 4 times, sir.
3 4 times.
3 4 times.
4 times. Adya, you told it the other way. Okay, fine. 2 81s. Then 3.
Yes, sir.
Okay, look. Yeah, look at this, students. 81 is given. Can I take 9 into 9? Is it fine? 9 into 9?
No, sir.
No, you shouldn't take 9 because 9 is not a prime number. Which method is this? Prime factorization.
So
Prime
Okay, so take only prime
factorization.
numbers. So you're supposed to take 3. Okay, 3 into 27, 3 into 9, 3 threes are 3 ones are. These are the values.
oh yes, sir.
Done? Okay, now write all these values. I got 2 5 times. Right? Okay, shall I erase this? Is it done till here?
Yes,
5
sir.
times. And what about 3? How many times did I get 3?
4 times, sir.
4 times. So you have to find the perfect square. What's the rule for perfect square? Each and every number has to be present twice.
Yes.
Okay, twice. You have to pair twice. You have to group it. So these two as one group, these two one. What about 3? These two and these two. Which one is missing? Which one doesn't have a pair?
Two,
This two
sir.
doesn't have a pair. So
And
with which number you're supposed to multiply this in order to make it perfect square?
Sir.
so with two, sir.
So understood the concept?
Yes, sir.
Yeah. So when you multiply by 2, you get perfect square. So according to the question, 2592. Yeah, Lemula, did you get the answer? Sherlyn, Lemula, Joanna, others?
Yes.
Yeah, Cherisha, Mariam. Okay, so the answer is 2, students. What's the smallest number you have to multiply with 2592? What's the smallest value?
Two.
Yeah, so this is the answer.
So two, sir.
Yeah, 3, 8, third main, first one is 2. Will you all try the next question? 12748.
Yes, sir.
Yes, sir.
Yeah. Same concept, perfect square. Just look at this is the keyword in the question, perfect square. When perfect square is given, you have to factorize and find the missing value. Once you pair, you have to find the missing number. Done? Shall I erase this?
Yes, sir.
Okay.
So should we do the second
Try the
question,
next
sir?
question, Akansha. Try the next one. Find the smallest number. Okay, what is the smallest number you're supposed to multiply with? 12748. So first you have to check whether this is a perfect square or not. How do you check whether it's a perfect number or not? You have to factorize.
Perfect.
Yeah, you factorize this. In between, if you have missed any values or something, let me know. If not, just go through the recordings. You'll find it. Third main, second question. Is Sherisha answer this? You have to start from which number?
So from 2, sir.
Yeah, from 2. Is Sherisha online?
Yes, sir. Yes, sir.
Okay, start from 2. What value you'll get? 2 6 are 12, 2 3s are 6.
2 3, sir. 2 3, sir.
And again, in the last, check the last value. If last value is even, 4 is even, right? Then go with 2. If it's odd, you can use 3, 5, and 7. Check the last numbers. If the last number is odd number, you can use 3, 5, 7. If it's even, use 2. Okay, 2 3s are 6, then 2 1s are 2.
So
Carry
3
1.
1s. Oh, I mean 2, sir.
3 1. 2
8
3s
7,
are
sir.
2. 2 8s are 16. 3 1 8 7. Okay,
Can
we have
use 3 now,
here.
sir.
Yeah, you can take 3. Try using 3. Is it divisible?
No, sir.
No.
No, sir.
3 1s are 3. How do you divide this, students? Look here. 3 1 8 7. 3 1s are 3. Then bring down which one? 1.
18.
No, no, you shouldn't bring two numbers. You have to bring only one number at a time. Bring down 1 first. Is 3 divisible? Is it smaller or greater?
It's greater, sir.
Greater. So you're supposed to add a 0. Add a 0 in the quotient and bring down 8. 3 6 are 18. Okay, 3 is not divisible. Next, which is the other value? Can I use 5? Is it possible?
No, nothing is.
Okay, 7. After
No,
5 is
sir.
7.
So,
Can't divide. Okay, try 7. 3 1 8 7. 7 4s are 28. Right? 3. Okay, even 7 is not divisible. Which is the next prime number after 7? 11. Yeah, try using 11, students. 11, 2s are 22. Even 11 is not divisible, right?
So I think it's more. I think more too.
Is the value correct? Let me check. 2 3s are 6, 2 1s are 2, carry 1. 2 8s are 16, 2 7s are 14. Yes. Okay, if 11 is not divisible, 13 is 13 divisible?
No,
Check
sir.
13 students.
No, sir.
Okay, if 13 is not divisible, enough till 13. I think you can check till 11 and 13. Beyond that, this is the first time you have started, right? They won't give such values. Okay, beyond this. So will it go in 3187? Can you use 3187 Vanza? The same
Yes,
table. Can you use the same table? Okay, now what are the values we got? 2 into 2 into 3187, right? Okay, let me pair 2 and 2. What about 3187? Does it have any pair? Does 3187 have pair with it? No. So which number you're supposed to multiply? Which number you're supposed to multiply? Same. 3187.
3187.
So what's the final answer? 3187. Okay. So 3187 is the smallest number which you're supposed to multiply. Understood? Any doubts in this?
So, no, sir.
Okay, start from 2. Look here. In these values, start from 2. 2, 3, 5, 7, 11. Max, I think 11 is fine. 11 or 13. Up to 13, you all can check. If it's not divisible, use the given number. Whatever number is left, use the same number, 3187. Fine. Okay, what if instead of 3187, 2521 is given, which is not divisible? There's no number divisible. So what will you do?
Can I take two tables, no, sir? Two ones are.
No, no. You have to look at the last value, Lemula. Just think, it is not divisible by 2, 5, 7, or 11. So you're supposed to take the same value, right? 2521.
Yes, sir.
Yeah, 2521 ones are 2521. If it's not divisible, take the same value. Okay, take the same value. Fine. Shall we start the next one? Fourth question. Yeah, what is given in the fourth question? Find the smallest number by which 10,368 be divided so that the result is a perfect square. Okay, even in this, can you see the word perfect square given?
Yes, sir.
So what are you supposed to do? What are you supposed to do? First, you have to check whether it's a perfect square. Yes. Factorize. First, factorize this. Okay, in the previous question, third question, find the smallest number which has to be multiplied. Okay, which has to be multiplied. Here, which has to be divided. Find the smallest number which has to be divided. Okay, now before doing this, student, stop doing this. Multiplication, I've taught you. If any number is missing, for example, 2 into 2, 3 into a value is missing here. Right? So which number you're supposed to multiply? Which number you're supposed to multiply? 3, right? You're supposed to multiply 3 to make it a perfect square. This question has division. Which number you're supposed to divide? Now the same value. Let me take the same value. Now let me pair this. Okay, which number I am supposed to divide so that it becomes a perfect square? Which number? The same number, right? I have to divide by the same number. So if I divide, 3 and 3 gets cancelled. What is left? 2 2s are
2 and 2.
4. Isn't 4 a perfect square?
Sir.
4 is a perfect square. So for division concept, whatever number is left, that you have to divide it. That's the concept for division. For multiply, what did we do? You multiply the numbers. Okay, for division, we divide. Okay, yeah, find the value of 10. Check whether 10 is a perfect square or not. How do you check? 2 5s are 10,
So
5
by
1s are.
factorizing it, checking whether it's completely divisible.
Yeah, whether it's completely divisible or not. 2 into 5. Do they have pair? Same pair?
No, sir.
No. So with which number you're supposed to divide? With which number you're supposed to divide so that they get cancelled? With the same 2 and 5. The same number. Okay, 2 and 5 gets cancelled. So for division and multiplication, the concept is same. whatever number is remaining without any pair, that's the answer. Okay, that's the answer. So you'll find this. I'll tell you. Find the factorize this 10,368.
Can we start it with 2 only?
Yeah, you can start with what's the last number, Lemula?
8,
What's the
sir.
last? 8. It's an even number. Start with 2. So if they ask you all to multiply or divide the smallest value to make it a perfect square, first factorize. And whatever value you get, it's multiplication, multiply, and for division we divide. But the concept is same for both multiplication as well as division. Okay, what are the values? 2 5s are 10, 1s are 2. Yes, Mariam, what's the second value, Mariam? When you divide by 2, what do you get?
So 5,185, 184.
184. Okay, 5,184. Yeah, Mariana next. Is Mariana online? Okay, Dijayashree next.
Sir, I'm solving it, sir. 1 second, sir.
Yes,
Divide
I'm
it.
online.
Yeah, unmute the call, Mariana. What's the value?
Sir, 2,592.
Okay, let me check. 2 2s are 4, carry 1. 2 5s are 10. Correct. 2592, right? Okay, next, Adia, what's the next value? After this, what did you get?
Sir, 1,296, sir.
1296. 2 ones are right. 1296. After this, the value is small, right? 2 6 are 12. 2 4s are 8. 60. Yeah, it goes on. 2 3s are 6, 2 and 4. Next.
So, can I tell?
Yes,
162, sir.
162. Then
81. 81.
81. Okay, then the last digit is 1. Is
Sir,
it divisible by 2
so
or 3?
327, sir.
Okay, 327. Don't use 9. Okay, sometimes you won't get pair. Use only prime numbers. Okay, 327, then 3 9s are, 3 3s are, 3 1s are. Okay, so what are the values? Where how many pairs? Look, instead of writing, if you want, you can write it, students. Write it in order. If not, you can just pair it like this. These two, two, two. And what is missing? And three and three. What is missing here? Which doesn't have a
Sir,
pair?
2, sir.
Two.
2, sir.
So with which number you're supposed to divide? Okay, let me write all the values. Two is present like 6 times. Okay, two. Then three. How
Box
many
method
times?
is
Three?
kind of easy, sir.
Yes.
Box method is kind of easy, sir.
Yeah, you can draw the box here. No, that is just for reference, Lemula. Just for example, you can use box or bracket. Just pair it like this. Okay, now which one is missing? Which doesn't have a pair? Two, right?
Sir.
So if I divide this entire value, if I divide this entire value by two, two and this whatever left remaining value will get cancelled. So rest of the numbers have pair with it, right? It has complete pair numbers, two to each.
Yes.
So what's the least number? What's the least number you have to divide? Two. So the final answer is 2. Any doubt till here? You've done 3 questions.
Sir.
I've asked also find the square root of the resulting number, sir.
Yeah. Next, after this, I'll teach. Okay, now 72 is gone. I mean 2. This gets cancelled. 2 2s are 4, 2s are 8. 8 9s are 72. Okay, now 2 is one value, students. If I divide it by 2, fine. Now in this pair, whatever we paired, the values, how many numbers you're supposed to take out of two values? Two paired numbers, one value, right? So what is the value we get? 2 into
Yes.
2
The
into
2 into 2 into 2 into 3 into 3.
3 into 3. Look, after pairing the values, whatever we pair, I've taken ones. Can you see? I've taken all the number ones, and this 2, whichever doesn't have a pair, even that I've written it. Now, can I divide it by 2? So this, look at this pair, whichever didn't have a pair, that will get cancelled, right? That is one number. So 2 is one number. Okay. You can divide it by 2. Now, apart from this 2, apart from this, what are the other numbers we have which has pairs? Just take one value from those. 2 into 2 into 2 into 3 into 3. Multiply this. What's the answer you get?
So 72, sir.
72. 2 2s are 4, 4 2s are 8. Okay, then 3 3s are 9.
So
8
8
9
into 7.
72.
72.
Okay, 72. So when I divide this by 72, now top we get 72, and down when I divide this by 72, don't they get cancelled?
Yes, sir.
Cancel.
72 ones are
72, yes. 72 and 72 gets cancelled. So there are two numbers. That is, one is the one which didn't have pair, that is 2, and the other one is 72. When you divide 72 by the entire value, everything gets cancelled. What is left? The remainder will be 1. Yes, in notes, Lemula, did ma'am write even 72 or just 2?
She wrote 72 also, sir.
Okay,
So for us, ma'am only wrote 72.
only 72. Look, actually, this has, look here, students, I got confused. This has two questions. Also, find the square root of the resulting number. When we factorize this, 10368. Can you see there are two questions given in fourth main? First, you have to factorize. What's the second part of the question? What's the second part? What is given here? What's the second part of the question? Also find the
Also find the square root of the
square
resulting
root
number.
of the
Square
resulting.
root of the result.
Also find the square root of the resulting number. Sorry for this. Which didn't have pair? Which value didn't have pair? After finding the values, 2 didn't have pair, right? So 2 is the answer for the first one. Yeah, 2 is the answer for the first one. And what is left? What is remaining here? 2 into 2 multiplied by 3 into 3. These are the values which are remaining, right? When you multiply this, what do you get? 72. That's the second part of the question. Also find the square root of the resulting number. How do you find the square root of the resulting number? Did you understand the first part?
Yes.
First, only this 2 is missing, right? Only 2 doesn't have pair. So 2 is a number which has to be divided. Fine. This to what I'll do is I'll just ignore this. Shall I remove this 2? Now these are the values, right? Which makes a perfect square. The remaining values makes a perfect square. So how do you find the square root of this? How do you find the square root?
So
When there
by
are
taking
two
a
values, you're
single,
supposed to take only single
only one,
values.
sir.
That's how we find square root. When I told you all to find the square root of 4, how do you get? What do you get for 4? 2 into 2, right?
Two,
2. So how many values we take?
Two, sir.
How many values we take? Only 1, 2 we
So
take, right?
two
So what's the square root of 4? What's the square root of 4?
2, sir.
2. So
two.
square root of 4 is 2. The same concept we use here. So whenever there are two values, just take one value from that. That's how we find square root. So for this, what you'll get? 2 twos are 4, 4 twos are 8, 3 threes are 9, 8 nines are
so we get
72.
72.
So there are, yeah, two values for this, two answers. For the first one, the answer is 2. And for the second part of the question, also find the square root. The answer is 72.
Thank you, sir.
So we should just write 2 and 72, sir.
Yeah, 2 and 72. 2 and 72. Okay, shall we move on to the next one, fifth main?
Yes.
Yes.
Okay, fifth main, first question. What kind of number is this? Fifth main, first one, 0.1764.
Decimal numbers.
It's a decimal value, right? Okay, so what's the main question? Find the square root. Square root of 0.1764. Well, can you use two methods? How do you find the square root of this? Which method do you use to find square root? Factorize.
So we
One,
factorize.
yeah, 1764. I'll teach you in both the methods. Find the square root of this. First factorize this 1764. And have they mentioned decimal? I mean long division method here? Find the square root using division? No. So when they mention division, that we will be studying in the next exercise 3b. We'll have to use division method. This is factorizing, prime factor method.
Ma'am told cubes root chapter is more easy than square roots, sir.
Cubes chapter, okay. Yeah, for square root we find like this. For cube, how do you factorize this, Lemula? How many times you get 2?
3 times, sir.
3 times. So for square, what's the degree? What's the degree for square? The base, the degree should be 2, right? And for cube, what's the degree for cube? 3. The cube meaning is that's the reason we pair with 3. I mean, we group 3 numbers each. That how many questions are there? Okay, factorize this. Let me check cubes.
So times
Cube and cube roots. And did you memorize the values from 1 to 20? Square root of 1 to 20?
Yes.
Square and square roots. Okay.
Yes, sir.
For cubes, I'll give you all values. I think 1 to 10 is enough. Because cubes are difficult to remember. Fine. Yeah, for this, what did you get, Tanishka? 2 nines, start from 2.
so
2 8 are 16.
2 into 882.
882. Right? Okay, next. Joanna, what's the next value?
So yes, the next value is 441.
441. Yeah, check the questions in your textbook, students. Do you love this question? Same?
Yes, sir.
Yes, sir.
Okay. Next, 441 is given. Which one will you use? 2 or 3? The last number is 1.
3 tables.
3, sir.
Okay, 3 ones are 3, then 3 fours are 12. 147. Yeah, again use 3 times table.
Sir, no.
49, sir.
7.
Yes. Tanishka, is it wrong? 3 ones are 3.
So I use 7 times table, sir.
Fine. 7 is also fine. You can use 3 or 7. Look, 7 twos are 14, 7 1. Then 7 threes are 21, right? Then we have 3 ones. Okay, so what are the values we got, students? 2 into 2, 3 into 7 into 7 into 3. Are these the values?
Oh, yes, sir.
These are known as factors, which the factors of 1764. We use prime numbers. These are the factors. Can you all pair the like terms now?
Yes,
Which
sir.
two are like terms?
2 into 2 into 3 into 3 into 7 into 7.
Yes. These two, then 3 with 3. Then
7 and
7 and 7. So when you want to factorize, out of two values, how many numbers you pick?
So 1, sir.
1. So let me write it in order. 2 into 3 into 3 into 7. So we have 3 values. So out of these pair, you have to pick 2 into 3 into 7. What's the final answer?
So 42, sir. 42.
42. 2 threes are 6, 6 sevens are
42.
42. But 42 is not the final answer. We have decimal, right? 42.
Yes.
How many decimal numbers do we have here? How many
Four.
decimal numbers after
Sir,
decimal
is it
4?
0.0042?
No. 4. 4 decimals are there. 4 decimal numbers are there, right?
Yes, sir.
Yeah, when you remove the square root, 4, this 4 decimal becomes 2. It becomes half. So 4 divided by 2 is how many decimal numbers you have to place back?
2,
2
sir.
decimal numbers. 2 decimal numbers. Look, what we did was 2 into 2 into 3. How many numbers did we pair? 2 numbers, right? We paired two numbers, and how many numbers did we pick from this? One value. 2
So
into
1
3 into
value.
7. Same. After decimal, how many numbers do we have?
So 4
Just
numbers.
assume 4. Just assume this as 4 dots, like this. 4 dots. How many dots you have to pair? 2 dots, right?
2 dots.
And how many dots will you pick from this?
1, sir.
1. So how many dots in the last? How many dots are left?
2
2
dots.
dots. Yeah. So this is easy one. Okay, easier method to place back the decimal. So 2 threes are 6, 6 sevens are 42. When there are 4 numbers after decimal, when you divide by 2, how many numbers you have to place? How many decimals? 2.
2, sir.
What's the final answer?
0.42.
4. 0.42 is the answer. Okay, the next method, did ma'am do it like this, or did she divide by 1000,
So
10,000?
divided by 1000, sir.
Okay, divided by 10,000. Next, I'll teach all that. Done? Did you understand this? 0.42?
Sir.
Yeah,
Sir,
this method. Yeah, tell me, Lamula.
sir, not Lemula session.
Yeah, tell me, sir. Yes.
Sir, can you explain the dot method? Your voice was breaking, sir.
Okay, so what is the value we got here? We got
42.
42, right?
Yes, sir.
Okay, 42. What about after dot? What do we call these numbers as? 0.1764. After dot, what do we call this as? Decimal numbers. Okay, so how many numbers are present after decimal? How many numbers?
4 numbers.
4
Four
numbers,
numbers are
sir.
present. 4 numbers. That 4 numbers, I'll just assume it as 4 dots like this. Fine. How do you pair this? We pair two dots, and how many dots do we take from each pair? 1 from each. So total, how many dots do you have to place back? 2.
2, sir.
So 42 is the answer which we get. From this corner, 2, place 2 decimals. What's the final answer? 0.42.
0.42.
Okay, this is one method where you don't have to divide by 10,000. The other method is, look here, 0.1764 is given. So in order to remove the decimal from numerator, last year we had this, you'll have this chapter, decimal numbers. Okay, how do you remove this point? After point, how many numbers are there?
We add
Um,
zeros in the
yes.
denominator.
How many numbers are there? 4, right? So how do you remove this dot? You divide by 10,000. When you divide by 10,000, because after decimal there are 4 numbers. So in order to remove the decimal, we just divide by 4 zeros. How much of a number is given, just divide by 10,000. Now you have to find the square root of what? 1760 and 10,000,
So
right?
10,000.
Okay, concentrate students. You have to find the square root of this 1764 and 10,000. Now for 1764, what did we get when we
So
found this
42, sir.
42?
So
Now
42.
find the square root of this.
So
Find the square
100.
root. Yeah, what did I tell you all? When there are 4 zeros, when you find square root, how many zeros you get?
So 2 zeros.
100. So 42 divided by 100. In division method, which side do we place the decimal? Left hand side or right hand
The
side?
left hand side, sir.
Left hand side. So 4.2, when you divide by 100, you have to shift the decimal 2 position. We have 2 zeros, 2 position, 0.42. This is the long method. When you divide by 10,000, you have to factorize both numerator as well as denominator. Okay, take this down, go through this. If you'll have any doubts, I'll explain again.
Okay, sir.
Which one you all feel easier, the first one or the second one?
First one, sir.
So first
The
one.
first one is easier. Okay, instead of dividing it by 1,000, can you all see the screen?
Yes, sir.
Oh, yes, sir.
Yes, sir.
I'll explain this again. When you divide, look, decimal, you can do it in direct method. First, you factorize this, you get 42. Are all the students online? Akansha,
Oh,
Madhuri,
yes,
Yes,
sir.
sir.
students. Okay, Cherisha. Fine. For only this number, students, take only this value 1764. For that, what did we get? What's the square root you all got? Square
So
square
42.
root of this 42. So when there is decimal, you have to place it back. After decimal, how many numbers do we have here? 4
So
numbers. Yeah, Cherisha, can you see the screen?
Yes, sir.
Screen visible. Okay. So we get 42. I'll explain from the beginning. We got 42 for this, only 1764. Without the decimal, just take 1764. Factorize, we get 42. After decimal, we have 4 numbers. Okay. So all the numbers we pair into 2, right? We pair any value, we pair into 2. So when you have 4 digits, 4 decimal numbers, how many numbers you have to place back?
Sir.
How many numbers we place?
Sir.
2
4.
decimals. So the answer is 0.42.
42.
Yeah, this is first method. The next method is in the beginning itself we try to remove the decimal. How do you remove the decimal? There are four zeros, four numbers in the numerator. So you have to divide it by how much? Four zeros, 10,000. So if you divide by 10,000, you can remove. But here it is bit lengthy. You have to find the square root of both. For 1764, what's the answer we get?
The 42.
42.
42 by 100.
And this 42 by 100. Look, 42 divided by 10,000. Okay, so whenever you have numbers like this, 100 in pairs of 2, when you factorize this, when you try to factorize 100, how many zeros do we have here? Two zeros,
Yes,
right?
sir.
Yes, sir.
So after factorizing, what do you get? 10. 10 as the answer. Okay, the same way here, we have four zeros. When you factorize this, how many zeros you get? Two zeros. 42 divided by 100. And again, this 42 divided by 100. Yes, Mariana.
So if you factorize, then what is your answer, sir?
If you factorize 10,
Yes, sir.
yeah, 10, it is, you won't get perfect square number. What do you get? How do you factorize 10? Tell me, how do you factorize? 2 5s are 10
Two fives are 10.
and 5 ones are 5, right?
Yes.
Okay. Is it a perfect square? Are we getting two values each?
No, sir.
No. So factorize 10 is not a perfect square. So there has to be pair like this, Mariana. Can you see there are four zeros here?
Yes.
When you pair this, you get 42 divided by 100. And which method do we use here? Shifting method. When down, if it is 100, how many position we shift? Two position left. What's the final answer? 4 point?
So 0.4.
Sorry, 0.42. Two numbers,
Yes, sir.
0. Okay, what's the second question given in your textbook?
96 1 by 25.
96, 1 by
5.
1 by 25. Okay, before this, we'll try the third question. You all try the third one. Find the square root. So write a square root like this, 0.0169. You have to find the square root of which value? Factorize which one? Entire thing or only the values?
Only
Numbers.
169, sir.
Only one.
Sir, only 169, sir.
So 169 is square root of which value? If you have memorized 1 to 20,
So 14.
no,
So 13 square.
So 13.
13 square. Start from 2, 2, 3, 5, 7. Look, instead of trying all this, if you memorize 1 to 20, square and square roots of 1 to 20, 13. Isn't 13 into 13 169?
Yes, sir, 13 square.
Yeah, 13 square. 13 into 13 and 13 into 1. So we get two values. But yes, Lamula.
For this method, like for this sum, my mom has done the different methods, sir.
Divide by 1000.
Yes, sir. Like
Yeah, I'll do it.
So
After this, I'll teach you that. Lamula, look here. First, we'll use normal decimal number. First, we'll take 169 and divide. Find the factors. What did you get? 13 into 13, right? So how many numbers we take, students? From this pair, how many numbers we take?
1.
113. Okay, only 113. Then how many decimals are here? How many decimal numbers are here?
4.
4. How many decimals you have to place back when there are 4? Only half of that. 2, right? 2. What's the final answer?
0.13.
0.13. This is direct. If you want to place back the decimal, I'll teach you even in that method. Understood how to find like this?
Oh, yes.
0.13.
Yes, sir.
Okay, next, the same question. What we do is, first in the numerator, we try to remove the decimal. 0.0169. 0169 is given. Okay, now Lemula, tell me how many numbers are given after decimal? How many numbers do we have?
4 decimals. I'm
4.
sorry, 4.
So in order to remove the decimal numbers, you have to divide by which value? 1000 or 10,000?
10,000.
Look here, if there are 4 digits, you have to divide by 4 zeros. 10,000, right?
Sir.
Okay, divide by 10,000. Remove this point. When you remove, can we take these 2 zeros? Is it necessary?
Sir.
No. So take 169 divided by 10,000. 169.
So, two zeros will get cancelled. So.
Yeah, not cancel. When you factorize, 169 becomes 13, right? 13 into 13. What about this 10,000? 10,000, when you factorize, it becomes 100 into 100.
200.
Yeah, so how many values you take? You take only one value. It's 13 divided by
100.
100. So now place back the decimal. Is it correct? 13 divided by, what's the answer, students? 13 divided by 100 or?
So 0.13 is the answer.
0.13.
13 by 100. Sir.
Yeah, 0.13. Lemula, is this the method ma'am solved using this?
Yes, sir.
Yeah, so these are the two methods. One direct value. If not, even this is easy, right? You just divide by 10,000. 13 divided by 100. So when 13 is given, divided by 100. For division, which side do we move? Shift, left hand or right hand?
Left hand side.
Thanks, sir.
Yeah. Always start from this corner, left hand side. There are 2 zeros, so place back 2 positions. 1, 2. 0.13. Okay, 0.13 is the answer. You can use the first method or second one. Fine. Will you all try the second one, fifth main second question for homework? Fifth main second question.
Oh, yes, sir.
Yeah, I'll just explain this. 96 1 by 25. Is this the question?
Oh, yes, sir.
96. Okay. What do you get when you multiply? First, what are you supposed to do? 96 into
Proper fraction.
25. Multiply this, add plus 1. You get a value. You get some value in the numerator divided by what?
5.
25, sir.
25. So when you factorize for 25, what do you get? 5 into 5.
5.
Okay. In numerator, you get some value, right?
Sir.
Yeah, that you all can do it. Do it for homework. Any doubt in this fifth main second one?
Sir.
Convert into fraction. Okay, and in the denominator, 5 into 5 is 25. You get 1. You're supposed to take only 1 5 from that. Okay. Yeah, that's it, students. So we have done till 5th main. Tomorrow we'll complete 6th, 7th. How many mains do you have? Only 6th and 7th, right?
Yes, sir.
Okay, 6th and 7th. And 5th main second question is for homework.
Today you didn't break only, sir.